Welcome everyone to review number 80 of yours truly, the Whiskey Coach. Thank you very much for joining me. Tonight on the docket is Colonel E.H. Taylor Single Barrel Bourbon. So, we are sticking in the Buffalo Trace family for the time being. I just knocked out a review for Eagle Rare, 10-year-old. Discussed the high corn, low rye mash bill, that mash bill number one, the famous mash bill number one out of Buffalo Trace. This comes from that lineage as well. So, what is the difference, you ask? Hey, Coach, same stuff, right? Yes and no. The E.H. Taylor products are pulled from, kind of honey spots within the rickhouses that Colonel Taylor himself used to put barrels away in years and years and years ago while he was still at what is now called Buffalo Trace Distillery. This is also a 100 proof bottling in a bottled and bond, meaning it's government supervised, distilled and bottled in one distilling season, government overseen, all that good stuff. So 100 proof, not 90 like the Eagle Rare. So, what else is different? Well, the price is different. The price on this stuff is, in the $50 to $60 range from a retail perspective, unlike $30, $40 for the Eagle Rare. The bottle itself, very cool display on this one. It's got this kind of the famous cylinder with the cool signature and the neat little story there on the back. I really, really like the portrait of E.H. Taylor himself. In the C.H. Taylor line, there is the single barrel, there is the small batch, there is the barrel proof, there is the 4-grain, there is the cured oak, there is the rye, there is a tornado survivor. There's a lot of these E.H. Taylor. This is kind of the second offering, so to speak. Well, small batch is the entry level, and this and rye are kind of in that 2 to 3 range in terms of price or collectability if you're a collector like myself. So I am again opening up a nice fresh bottle for you guys. You're welcome. I don't think, and I'm thinking back here, I know I've had small batch, I know I've had rye, I know I've had barrel. I don't know if I've had single barrel. This might be the first time I've ever had it. My brain kind of gets foggy after a while. I don't think I've had this. So this might very, very well may be the first time ever having this pour. So this will be interesting. I'm excited to see if this bottle justifies that pretty substantial price difference from a Eagle Rare, from a much more affordable in terms of the retail price offering. So, only one way to find out. Am I right, kids? Cool little faux tax stamp, by the way. Tax stamp. Yeah, tax strip is what I meant to say. It's got the proofage. Again, one thing I didn't mention, it's got a nice little picture of the distillery there. And then let me read you this quick story. And the front of the bottle sort of simulates or kind of mirrors the cylinder. Colonel Edmund Haynes Taylor Jr. demanded perfection. His uncompromising standards for the highest quality whiskey are legendary. Accordingly, the barrel selected for this single barrel bourbon whiskey comes from the best location in the warehouse constructed by Taylor, which I told you. Barrels aging in the heart of these warehouses are routinely evaluated to identify whiskeys with the richest and most complex flavors. These select barrels are allowed to age as long as necessary, non-age stated. Don't really know what that is, to reach their peak maturity. Each barrel is then bottled individually, one barrel at a time, for an uncompromised taste. This single barrel bourbon is a tribute to the legendary Colonel E.H. Taylor, a name synonymous with topmost class whiskey. Ooh, I love that sound. Almost as much as I love that sound. All right, nice little healthy pour. Gotta clean off the neck. Nothing goes to waste. Oh, man, is that a very, very lively and sweet and mouth-watering nose. I don't know about you guys, but I smell my whiskey when I'm pouring it. I don't know, maybe I have a sensitive nose, a good sense of smell, but I mean, I'm what, 1.5 feet, 2 feet from this bottle right now, and I smell it very, very nicely. Especially the first pour, it almost feels like there's pent up aromas being let out of their bottle like a genie. All right, I'm getting all artistic and hyperbole filled for you guys, so I'll rein it in. Okay. Yeah, that nose is beautiful. I mean, it's balanced. It's oak. It's like a little bit of saltiness, a little bit of like savory. Certainly, there's some astringency, some alcohol there. Yeah, salted caramel. Dark cherries. Like a Christmas cake. Be absolutely stunning nose on this. Very, very impressed by my nose here. Okay, let's dive right in. Feeling that one in the sinus cavities. 100 proof does that sometimes. I'm getting a lot of what I described in the smell of this spirit. However, I'm getting a little more bitterness, a little more spice, a little more sharpness. Those fruits aren't there as much, at least on sip number one. You know how that goes. Feels very nice on the palate upon entry. You know how I like my oily, thicker whiskeys, and it is that. It finishes pretty clean, pretty short, all things considered. It almost has like there's definite savoriness to it, if you guys follow me. Almost like a honey-baked ham, maybe? Yeah, the sweetness has definitely fallen away a little bit. I mean, it's there, but it's more, like I said, a little bit of like salt in there. It's an interesting pour. My initial score on Colonel E.H. Taylor Single Barrel is a 7.8. Nice pour. Yeah, I like it a lot. I'm not sure. I'm going to revisit this. I'm certainly going to finish this pour, but I'm not sure if that will go up over time or not. I enjoy it. I am not awestruck, but rock solid pour again by our friends at Buffalo Trace. All right, guys, that's all I got for you this time. This episode, tune in, review number 81, coming very soon to a theater near you, or to a basement near you, or to hopefully not a car near you, wherever you watch these reviews. And until then, and as always, until next time, glasses up.